Hi guys, it is 2023, the year for notary prosperity.
We are Noble Notary and Legal Document Preparers, and we are excited as always because we are learning some new things and we're going to share those things with you. Today we're going to be talking about BOPA, and it's not boba, not boba tea, but BOPA. Now that stands for borrowing other people's audience. Mark's going to go into high depth on what that means.
Yeah, so to borrow somebody else's audience is basically you're using somebody else who's already established some traffic, and whether it's social media or it's a big website, and using that can garnish yourself credibility, as well as there's an SEO factor involved, which means that your website's going to rank better as well. We've used this with our business. Mm-hmm. We've used this with our course. You can pay for BOPA, and you can just request. Some people will just exchange. And the other thing you can do to get BOPA is create content. So, for example, right here is an article that I wrote on notary, how much notaries make, and that was shared with Business Newsweek. Okay, huge traffic. Didn't ask them; they just found the article. And then right here we have another article. Now this was an exchange, and that was Notary Public Business or Notary Public Guide, and they are talking about the importance of getting notary training and notary courses, and of course they are mentioning our course. Again, content that we co-opted on. Mm-hmm. It's huge traffic from that. Later this month, we are going to be, I think the 1st of February, we're going to be featured in Killer Startups and Starter Story. And Starter Story, for example, just to put this in context, they get 1 million hits a month on their homepage, and our story will be on their homepage, and they have 100,000 subscriber lists. You cannot pay to have that kind of advertisement. So now going through the interview process with them is a bit tedious.
Extensive, right?
But yes, it's extensive. But this is free traffic. It's free advertisement for life. Okay, when you pay for Google and Facebook ads, when you quit paying, the ad comes down. When you have these kind of co-op exchanges, it stays up. Now, one of the things that we are doing, and we've just started this at the end of last month, but this is basically for 2023 going forward. As you may or may not know, we have the course Notary Prosperity Academy. And for example, this little bit of information, this is just a little snippet of the wealth of stuff that we go through. But one of the things that we are doing is we have a podcast. We have the Notary Ninja podcast. And that podcast is hosted on a domain that has a domain authority of over 90. See the Ahrefs rating. And if you don't know what that is, I break that down also in the course. That's something you should be knowing, and unfortunately are not taught by other notaries, but that's something we break down our other courses, right? But if you are one of our students in our course, we will give you a shout out on the podcast, dropping a link in our podcast. You now have a DR90 plus website linking back to you, plus our shout out on the podcast, that there's no telling from now through the future how many downloads that episode would have. So
and that's just a tiny little
free advertisement for you, right? Is part of it. What we want to relate to you is that we really care about you. We really want your success as much as our success. It's not about shoving courses down people's throats. It's about giving you the information that there's a big gap in the notary world that we are here to fill. Okay, guys, that is it. God bless 2023, year for notary prosperity. Set your goals, reach them, smash them, crush them. Get out there and grind it. We love you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.